Hello to all of my Capricorns. Welcome to Cosmostrology. I am AD and I'm going to be doing your Zodiac reading. So we're speaking to the Capricorn peeps. Please keep in mind that I do subscribe to Vedic Astrology, so listen carefully. You can watch this video if you're a Western Capricorn or a Vedic Sidereal Capricorn moon or rising sign. At the end of this reading, I am going to be doing the astrological aspects and planets that are happening right now and how they're going to affect you. That will resonate more with the sidereal people, but you can stick around for that if you'd like to hear any additional messages, okay? So I hope that made sense, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And the cool thing about the way that I'm trying to set up these readings is you should be able to get about 3 readings for me, potentially 3 different readings for me for your month ahead. So please consider that as you hit that subscribe and that notification bell. Alrighty, let's look into it for our Capricorns. As I like to say, if you identify as a Capricorn, then this reading is for you. All right, let's go ahead and look into it. Oops, already. The 8 of Wands. That's a strong start. And for a lot of you, we are about to enter to Capricorn season. So happy birthday for my sidereal Capricorns. So you do have the sun in the first house. So it's so interesting that the card flew out and then we have the 8 of Wands here. So go, 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 movement, movement, movement. Is what you're desiring for sure. Now, whether that happens, being in the middle of retrograde season when I'm posting this, we shall see, right? We shall see. Ooh. The Empress. Yes. Yes, Capricorns. This is that boss energy. 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, definitely could be starting a family. That's very, very strong. So if you're not trying to have no babies, then, you know, be mindful. But if you've been trying to have babies, then this is a really great time for you. Death and rebirth. Scorpio energy. 6 of Cups. All right. So I'm getting a little Venus retrograde action here. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Wow, Capricorn. This feels really good. The Ace of Pentacles. I'm an Ace of Cups, excuse me. 9 of Pentacles. For the earth signs, to be honest, Capricorn, you definitely having the best. You're having the best little time period, okay? And a lot is so active in your chart because there are so many placements. There's so many things in Capricorn, so it makes sense. And then boom, the Devil card, which is your energy. So nothing wrong with that. The 10 of Wands. All right. So you're up for the challenge, Capricorn. You're up for the challenge. That's really what I'm hearing off the rip. Let's go ahead and look into... Let me look. Give me a second to see what we're looking at. All right, so I really feel like there's strong area of commitment. 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Devil. Even the Devil is commitment. Okay? Commitment, work, right? So I do feel like you're thinking about long term. I just heard Love Lockdown by Kanye West. So the interesting thing about this Venus retrograde for you, you could really be digging on somebody, but you are being very cautious about if that is what you want. Like you're not showing your cards. You're keeping everything to yourself. You do not want to be overexposed. You don't want to overplay your hand is what I'm hearing. But in a really beautiful way, you are also like stepping into this phenomenally charged feminine energy, regardless of gender. It definitely feels like you're like, I know what I want. I know what I can do. I'm not going to stop at nothing. I feel so independent. I know I'm so clear about what I want and my worth and what I deserve. And I'm not going to back up from that. I feel like what you weren't expecting was for somebody to come in and match that energy. And now you're like, oh, was not expecting this. And with the 6 of Cups being in the middle, this could certainly be somebody that you've dealt with before. So it does feel like I'm speaking to more single energies. If you're in a committed relationship, then I definitely feel like it's kind of the opposite, where you're finding your own rhythm within the relationship. So you're finally pursuing your own hobbies. You're having your own kind of, you know, you're just doing your own thing. Like you're just really focused on yourself. You're focusing on your friends. You're breaking away from the monotony, from the where's my words? From the monotonousness or the monotony of a monogamous relationship. Not monogamous, but I was kidding. But You're breaking away from just kind of like the day in and day out of a relationship, and you're doing things and exploring hobbies and stuff for yourself. Again, your first house is so activated, so this makes complete sense for what's coming up for you. The Eight of Wands, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. I really like this combination. So my Capricorns, you are definitely dealing with like you're revitalized. Like, it just feels like you are so in tune with yourself. There's a lot of sexual energy, even with the Devil and the Empress here. There's so much sexual energy, and I feel like you're just riding that wave. Like, you're oozing of sensuality, you're oozing of confidence, and it's because you have accomplished something or you're hitting some sort of milestone. You just feel very much complete within yourself for this time period, which is super dope. It could be because there's been a new job opportunity or something that you weren't expecting comes through, but I just feel like you are feeling yourself in the best way possible. There's certainly communication. Somebody has deep desires for you, and they're gonna let you know. And this is gonna happen during the retrograde. So this reading kind of looks like it's gonna be the energy till around March, but I just feel like you're in a really great spot, my Capricorn people. You are feeling yourself so much. The Empress, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, you are standing on your own 2 feet and you're looking good doing it. You know, there are things and people from the past who want to communicate with you. They want to start over again, and it's because you've had a glow up. I know you work so freaking hard, Capricorn. You really, really do, and I feel like this period of time, you finally are seeing some benefits of your work. So much so that people that you have not talked to, you have not heard from, they're all like trying to get a piece of it. Some of them are genuinely proud of you. I don't think that it's all using, you know, they're honest, but you're just going to see people coming out of the woodworks because you're doing so well for yourself, and people are admiring that. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Devil card. I do want to say that it feels like work is going to be very much, not necessarily a burden, but you're going to be working very, very hard. This could be something that you want, and it's going to be for something that takes a long time to develop. I don't know why I just heard like 10-year contract, or you're just going to get something that is it's going to last a long time. So let's say that you have we'll see if my friend ends up watching this, but let's say that you end up, if you work in a crazy kind of, what am I looking for? Let's say that you work in like television and film or whatever, and so your schedule is always over the place. You are about to sign a contract with a show that's going to last for 10 seasons. So you don't have to worry about it, right? So it just seems like you're getting some sort of stability, and that is something that you've been desiring so much, and it's going to make you so happy, and you're going to feel very comfortable. And I want to say, wherever you do end up going, whatever contract or whatever, you are definitely going to be rising to a position of power. This is something that is made for you. You were made for it. It feels like divine timing, and this is going to bring some much needed and long-term stability. Again, I just feel like if you're not trying to have kids, then be mindful of that. But I just feel this really strong energy of somebody wanting to move in with you, take things to the next level, or you end up meeting your husband. Oh my gosh, you do. This is, oh my gosh, your Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aquarius, so it could be transiting your second house. So, you know, anyways. I know if you have Jupiter in the second house, but I just feel like some people, you know, you're meeting people who want to take you seriously, be it in work or in love, where they just are like, I see the potential in this. I want to nurture this. I want to grow something with you. I want something long term. And so that's what they're moving towards. Then even to the Death, the Six of Cups to the Ace of Swords. In a sense, you're releasing things from the past. You're releasing things that no longer serve you, and you are charging towards something new with the Ace of Swords. There's a clarity here. There's lessons that you've learned from the past that have built you up, and you are rising from the ashes like the phoenix, and you're looking daggone good doing it. Okay, so this is a beautiful time period for you, Capricorn. Honestly, you are the ding 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 winner for the earth signs. For the earth signs, and the other earth signs are, you know, they're going through it a little bit, but you are actually just really in a really sweet spot, which is interesting because Capricorns almost always are going through it because you're ruled by Saturn, which is literally it is the most difficult planet to deal with. So this is a smooth ride for you. Then we have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Devil card as the bottom energy. And I feel like you're really loving yourself. It's so interesting. There's people who are wanting to reach out to you, but honestly, you're loving yourself. You're giving this energy to yourself. If somebody's attracted to you or whatever, they can come get it. You know, somebody wants to take it to the next level, but it's because you're so secure and sure in yourself. You don't need the validation for an outside relationship. And because of that, that's when you start getting the relationships, right? But like I said at the beginning, be mindful that you're not shutting down real good potential love offers out of fear with the devil there. Okay. So you're doing a really diligent dance. Make sure that you're still remaining open and that you're still remaining present in your relationships as you're moving forward. But at the same time, God bless you, Penelope. But at the same time, don't put yourself in such a corner out of fear of past relationship and rejection and that they're taking you off course that you miss an opportunity to be with somebody, because we all have free will. So this could be an opportunity that presents itself, Ace of Swords, and then Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups, a new opportunity that presents itself. But if you are focused too much on your career and you're focused too much on, you know, your status and how things look, then you could miss an opportunity to meet somebody who you really could move forward with, and certainly have children with at the very least, or the very most, depending on how you look at it. But super duper strong energies for my Capricorn people. The Ten of Wands oppression. So again, there's a lot on your plate, but I think that you thrive in this environment. Like, you are thriving. My Capricorn people, truly, honestly. Okay, so now let's look into your Lenormand. We're going to do the heart. We're going to do the mind, heart, and your actions for the month. Cross, mind. Excuse the bite marks. Cross, bouquet. Coffin. Yeah, a dog got a hold of them. So I haven't been able to get some new ones quite yet. Alrighty, and one more for your actions. Huh. So you're certainly okay. So, all right, cool. And then we have the child. Babies, okay? I'm trying to tell you. So your mind feels very heavy, okay? I do want to say that take the compliment. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but take the compliment. Your mind does feel heavy with the cross and even with the Ten of Wands. You do have a lot on your plate, but you're thriving. I feel like you function well under stress. So this is stressful. You are trying to figure out what you're going to do. What is the best way to move possible? But again, I feel like you're happy about that because you do well in this environment. Your heart, it almost feels like there's an ending here with the lady in the lilies. So this is really giving me kind of an energy of like you're ending something. It could deal with the career. It could deal with some sort of, I don't want to say a long-term, it's not a friendship. I'm not getting anything super scary, but I just feel like you are leaving, you're certainly leaving something behind to do whatever it is that this new thing is. So it could be that like you had a job and then this new opportunity comes in and then you end up leaving where you're at now and completely pivoting into this new thing. And so it feels kind of abrupt. Even though the scythe isn't here, it feels very abrupt. It feels like you're ending something to start something new because you definitely accept the invitation. So overall, even though your heart feels heavy because you're like, dang, I'm ending something middle way through, but this next thing that's coming in for me is so much better and it's so more up my speed and I really love it and I can see the long-term potential. So it feels like a little bit of a mixed bag. Perhaps that's why the cross is here, because you might feel a little bit guilty, like you're leaving something or quitting something halfway through. Your heart isn't the happiest about it, but you know, with all intents and purposes, it does look like you are going to take the bait. So how exciting. There is going to be a lot of invitations from you. There's going to be a lot of communication. People wanting to reach out. People want to talk to you. I would take it and take the compliments. You know, some of these people are coming back just for clout, but a lot of them are genuinely happy and impressed because they know how hard you work and they know that you're so deserving of what is coming in for you. And so take the compliment. But a lot of communication, a lot of people reaching out. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, writer, letter. I mean, it's all over. So yeah, there also could be a new opportunity here for just a career change, something that you really love, but there's an ending. I like that. There's an ending and a new beginning for this burden. So I would say about March, again, this retrograde season could be a little bit weird from you, even though you're faring better than a lot of other people, not gonna lie. It just feels like when March comes, you're really gonna be able to take off on some things that have been delayed. But awesome reading, Capricorn. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your oracles. A time to give rather than take. I really want to flip that. I actually want to feel like you're on the receiving end with the Empress. You know, you're actually on the receiving end. So let's flip this. Let's put this in reverse. I did this earlier. So again, you can beef with me if you want to. But I just feel like this is actually the reversal of this reading. It is time to receive because you put so much energy out there. You put so much, passion into your work, and so now the universe really wants to reward you and turn this back on its head and give you what it is that you've been missing. So definitely be on the receiving end. Take the compliments, take this invitation, take the next level, take the next step, take the move in, take the proposal, take the baby. I'm just kidding if that's what you want, but seriously. And then we got imagine, number 22. So bringing things together and just imagine what could come in for you. Do not limit your beliefs. I think that you can get exactly what you want. You know, Capricorn energy is some of the most romantic energy. It loves Venus. Venus and Saturn get together so well. So you want to be able to spoil the partner. You want to be able to have a long-term commitment. You want all of those nice things. So Spirit is saying imagine it, envision it for yourself. So this would be a great time for your manifestation board if you don't have one already, Capricorn. This would be a really great time to set some of those intentions out into the universe. And then let go of the fears, let go of that devil on your shoulder, right? With the devil card there, let go of the fears and let it come in. Let things come towards you. Let this love open up. Let this job offer an opportunity open up. Let the stress that you've been under go, because you've made it to a destination. You're almost there. You're like right there at the destination that you've been trying to get to, Capricorn. It was like the most straightforward reading out of all of them. I'm so sorry we're blazing through it, but I just feel like, Capricorn, you were starting off this year in such a powerful position because you have so much active in your first house, but it does look like you for daggone sure are glowing up on people. You know, people from your past are so surprised at how much you've been able to accomplish and how much you've been able to do. So this is beautiful, 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 Capricorn. So we are going to be moving into the astrological parts of this reading. Like I said, if you're a Western Capricorn, then you might want to part here just because it might not resonate. But honestly, the astrology that I've learned really backs up the reading anyway. So if you want to stick around, then please do that. Please keep in mind that, again, this is Vedic Sidereal, so the placements are like one off from what everybody else is saying on Western. But I find Vedic to be slightly more accurate. So let's look into what you got going on astrologically, guys. But if you are leaving here, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to watch more readings like this. And I do pick a card, so join the fun. All right. Okay, so astrology-wise, Sun, the Sun is going to be Capricorn in your first house. So you're feeling re-energized. You are ready to execute. Good time to work out. Be mindful of not, overpowering your relationships. And again, that could be in the sense of the fears like we talked about earlier, where your fears end up dominating the relationship. So just be mindful not to be super bossy, because the Sun aspects right into the 7th house where you're so impressed with yourself that sometimes you can, not take other people into account. So just be mindful. Mars is in Sagittarius in the 12th house, so you could be feeling a little lost at times. Be sure to keep a journal for your weird dreams. So you could be having some really profound dreams. They're really trying to direct you and point you in the right direction. You could have very high sexual desires, but there could be a little bit of frustration here. I mentioned sexiness earlier, so yeah, there could be a little bit of frustration because love could be quite elusive right now with Venus joining there. We're going to talk about that in a second, but just be mindful of that and be careful not to hold in anger. Find ways to express yourself in a healthy manner. Again, this is why working out will be very important to you over the course of these next few months, especially during this retrograde, because you're going to want to release this excess energy because you don't need it. You have so many positive things that are happening for you that your anger can kind of be an illusion, right? Mercury is in Capricorn in the first house. So Mercury in Capricorn in retrograde. So again, you're actually surfing this wave really well, at least if you're watching this video, Capricorn. So my original note was that you could have ideas that don't take form, and that can still happen, but I actually feel like you're okay. You might get frustrated, blow off some steam, like I said, but as soon as it goes direct, which I believe is at the end of February, as soon as Mercury goes direct, you're going to be so ready to take on whatever it is that's been delayed. I feel like you're so used to waiting, and you know that patience is key, and so you're not being taken off course. So this is a really magnificent time for you, but just be mindful not to overdo it. Be careful with your hands if you're working out. So be careful with weights and barbells. You don't want to drop anything, okay? That's the warning that I got for you. Jupiter is going to be Aquarius in your second house, right? So money, 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 abundance. You could be meeting somebody, right? You could be engaging with somebody. And you will definitely see the fruits of your labor after this retrograde season happens. So with Jupiter being an Aquarius, you are going to feel all this work that you're going to. You're going to really love March. March, April, May is going to be a really stellar time for you. Financially, physically, you're going to feel really established is honestly what I'm getting. And you deserve it. Oh my gosh. Capricorn and, what is that? Saturn is in Capricorn in your first house. So that's why things have been quite delayed. That's still not going to move until, I want to say, I keep saying it, but I don't know. It's not going to move till later on in the year, but it will move this year. So if you've been having any issues with your body or you've been feeling trapped in your body, then that could relieve it. Be mindful of that. Check it out. But things that you've been putting into motion and you just feel like, oh my goodness, the past couple years I've been moving through mud. That is because Saturn is in your first house, but Saturn is comfortable in Capricorn because it's the traditional ruler. So you've been working, getting things done, but it hasn't happened at the pace that you wanted to. If that's been your frustration, that will change. But just bringing that to your attention now so you know, what that is, so you don't let it frustrate you. You just move with it, right? That's the power of astrology. You know what's for and against you, so you can plan accordingly. And then finally, we have Venus and Sagittarius in your 12th house, again, conjunct that Mars. So you could also, at the same time, money coming in, money going out, that's okay. You could also be thinking about taking a foreign trip. It will be delayed at this point in time, but then you might be able to visit in like the summer or some other time. So there might be something that you have to reschedule. And then I also got for you, Capricorn, there could be like things from old relationships, past relationships that are haunting you. And I want to say that is for you to let it go, right? Let all of those things go. Make a fresh slate for yourself when it comes to your romances, when it comes to what you're manifesting for yourself in a loving relationship, because that is what's going to be important for you, okay? So that is what I got for you, Capricorns. Thank you so very much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, I hope that this made sense. Drop a little Capricorn emoji for me so I know that you're here. And yeah, that's what I got. Thank you so much. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And if you already do, then you're the best. Peace. Until next time.